Chris, it's safe to say this is probably one of the best spells you've had at the club at the moment.
Well, I've not actually thought about that. I probably is. I think it makes it a little bit better how the start of the season went as well. But it's been good, really enjoyable. Obviously, it's great winning games of football. The run we're on's been brilliant. So I've no way I can have completed it, but we just need to keep on going and keep the momentum going.
I know every time you speak to the players, they're pleased for themselves. They seem really pleased for the manager as well, having a lot of these players have worked with him for the last couple of years now. Tell us about that bond between the manager and the players and how difficult it can be, because he's now not a player beside you, he's a gaffer.
So I've known him sort of playing these last 6 months, then he's more a coach obviously, and now he's a manager, but yeah, as a person he's been brilliant. And at the start of the season obviously it wasn't great, and we did, as players, you do feel a responsibility, and it was sort of the gaffer's first gig as well, and just wanted to do well for him, and we did feel guilty, felt we were letting them down, and how hard they work as well, because us as players, we went out with as much information as possible. Nothing's really changed as in what the manager does and his message and whatever. It's everything you could have asked for as a player we were getting, and the results just weren't turning for us. So you did feel a bit of responsibility and a little bit of guilt out there, but no, since it's been turned around, it's been brilliant. I'm chuffed for the boys, but I'm really chuffed for him as well, because obviously I know him as a person as well. He deserves it, the hard work he puts in, and how much he loves the club as well. And he's just a brilliant person. It's great for us that we're doing well, but also for him.
It was a sort of sliding doors moment, wasn't there, in the Aberdeen game, where it looked for a while that David was going to be going out of the club because the fans weren't having him, results weren't turning, and the board had the decision to make. But that game in particular seemed to change the mindset of everybody at the club.
Also it's a big turning point in the season, sort of when you look back at it, but that was what the gaffer's message after that game was. This could be a turning point, or we could just go back to what we were, and we've used that sort of momentum, and we've kind of not really looked back since. So yeah, it was a big game for us, but it shows how good the quality is in the dressing room as well, to go how many games unbeaten. And I've been up here for years now with a lot of games in Scottish Premiership. It's not easy to win games of football. It's a tough league of all competitions, away from home, at home. A lot of good teams, a lot of quality as well, so it's hard to win games here. So for us to do it as well, it's been brilliant, so we just need to keep on going.
How difficult is it going to be against Ayr?
It'll be hard. They're obviously a good run, similar to us as well, so I actually went to watch them a couple of weeks ago. So my mate Mike was with them, so we went to the Dunfermline away game. Not just for him, not to actually scout or anything like that, but a good team, play good football, so we know we're under no illusions how hard it's going to be, and Somerset is a hard place to go.
Is this different to any of the games you're facing week in, week out in the Premiership? You've got the one-off tie, you've got the fact that the pitch can play up a little bit, and just the fact that they're going to be so up for this.
Listen, the reason the camera's there is because they're probably going to see they want to see an upset. We've got to keep our composure, make sure we take the game in aim and be our best. We know we need to be our best to beat them, but if you look through the team, which we did this morning, there's a lot of Premiership players there, so I imagine the quality will be pretty similar. I mean, Mikey Devlin for me is a Premiership player. You've got Scott McMahon there, Jamie Murphy who I played with, so there's a lot of good players there, so we know that. So listen, for no illusions of how hard it's going to be, and we just need to be our best.
Do you feel like you've now got yourselves in a position where the next few months could produce a special ending to the season?
I think so. I think so. It's sort of cliche, but we're just sort of taking it a game at a time, and I think that's what we've done throughout the run we've been on. The gaffer sort of set his short-term goals, whether it's catching the team in front of us, whether it's the Clydebank game, getting the next round of the cup. It's sort of looking at that, but I think sort of where we were at the start of the season, we've gave ourselves an opportunity for the season to be successful, and there is a chance for us to do that. But listen, the next game is always the most important one, and that's Ayr United at the weekend, so Friday night, sorry. So it'll be tough, but it's the most important game now.
You played at Somerset before?
No, Nicky was on loan there, so I've been down there, and he was there to watch a few games. So yeah.
It's a kind of old-fashioned ground into games. You enjoy that sort of thing when the fans are around the club you?
I like it. I've played in Scotland, Scottish League 2. I've obviously played in Motherwell, played the sort of Betfred Cup games, and you sort of enjoy these games. It's their cup final. They know that they'll be really up for it, and they'll be at it. So I enjoy it. It's sort of roll your sleeves up and a mentality more than anything, to be honest, and don't get complacent, which I think with the group we've got, we won't be.
When you look at your form and you go to the Scottish Cup games, is this something you target? This is a real chance for you if you continue this to get to Hampden, to get to the player stages?
Yeah, I think so. I think when you come to clubs like Hibs, there's a realistic chance of winning trophies. I mean, Boyle's done it, the Gaffer's done it, and there's a chance to do that, and the sort of scenes and how special it was, it sort of drives you as players as well. So probably a bit early to be thinking about that. We just need to get our name in the next round of the cup, but there is a chance of winning a trophy here, which is great, and what everybody sort of sees whenever they sign with Hibs. They look at the celebrations for 2016 and all that. So we need to obviously concentrate on Friday, but it's as I say, there's a chance to win a trophy here.
There's two teams with a winning mentality at the moment. One of them's going to be disappointed come tomorrow night, isn't it? I mean, that in itself makes the game, one that the fans should like, certainly, because it should be quite open. Yeah,
I think so. Two teams obviously full of confidence, and we know that as well. We know we've watched clips of them the day, and we've analysed them. We know how good they're going to be, and the Championship. Listen, I watch the Friday night games on the BBC every week. I know the Championship. I know how hard the league it is, and to win games of football and that. So for them to do what they've done is really impressive. So we know that, and that's why I say we can't be complacent. We've got to be our best.
Is there a different feeling going into cup games when you've been on a run of league form and you're doing well?
I think it's just a different feeling when you're winning games of football, to be honest. It's sort of using a bit more momentum rather than trying to get a result. I think we need to use the momentum that we're on just now, but obviously we don't get in for how many games we went unbeaten. We don't get nothing for that on Friday night. We've got to sort of turn up as we've done these sort of games, but it's a little bit of different feelings, a little bit better about the place, and I'm a lot happier sort of Monday to Friday when we're winning games.
And we talk about how the Premierships can be so tight in the league table, but as you mentioned, the Championship, that top section, top three, it's really tight as well. It just could take one moment, a special moment in a cup game. Yeah,
exactly. As I say, they've got good players, and strikers also look good as well. So, as I say, we know we've got to be our best.